My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And okay, so full disclosure, last week at the end of the episode, I did like a whole like teaser situation about how we were doing part 2 of something from long ago. And obviously this is a Drama Gems episode, which is something that we do often. So this is not a part 2 of some long ago episode. So we had some unexpected situation happen that we could not do that episode. That episode is still coming. It's actually
rescheduled.
It's rescheduled to April, but we had to quickly come up with a new topic due to, you'll notice there's only 3 of us because there was a situation. So Jessie's fine. It's not like a medical
just
situation.
overly busy.
Stuff came up that
you were making it sound so awful.
I know, I was making it sound really dire, and I did not mean. I realized that as I was saying it, and I was like, "Oh wait, no, it's just had some non-medically related life stuff happen. No one's dead, no one's sick.
Send your happy birthday vibes because that will be this week.
It was her birthday yesterday, as of this episode. So anyway, if you're on her social media, you'll probably have seen us saying happy birthday tomorrow as of the recording date, but yesterday as of the recording post. Classic. It's a real sandwich situation. But so we decided to go with a little bit more of a seasonal situation. And we are doing I don't think we've ever actually done like a St. Patrick's Day episode.
Because why would we?
Why would we? It doesn't make any sense in terms of the content we normally do. And when I tell you our ties to it today are tenuous at best, I'm sure. But we're bringing another Drama Gems episode. If this is your first time watching Drama Gems, basically we pick a random theme or concept or vibe, and we then bring 2 drama suggestions to y'all each that we can argue go with that theme. And that's what we're doing. I think the last one we did was the letter P.
That was a randomly picked.
That was a randomly, like a wheel picked it. But today we decided to go with the theme of luck because of, St. Patrick's Day, luck, Listen, I don't have to explain the concept of St. Patrick's Day to people. I think they know the vibe. So we're today bringing you some Drama Gems that are tenuously related to or that we can argue are related to the theme of luck. I don't know what the other ladies have picked. Mine aren't too far of like an argument, but I was joking with them that I though we do too, you always come with more just in case there's some overlap. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's like my first 2 that I've picked are pretty like square on brief. And then as you go down towards my like other picks, it's like I have to do a bit more like explaining of my mental processes of how I got there.
Right.
So we're gonna find out what we all picked. We're gonna be going in age order today. The random dice said age order. So Amanda is gonna start us off by telling us what sort of lucky pick does she have for you first here today?
Okay, so I was telling the ladies right before we started, I immediately had one pop right into my head. I could not remember the name of it, but I was like, that one is perfect. And then I had to Google to find the name. And then I found out I've never actually watched it, but I think I've watched it. But like, I don't know.
Classic.
So it is the Thai drama from 2019 called One Night Steal. And it is based on a Lindsay Lohan movie about a girl who is supremely lucky. Everything goes right in her life. Her family lives off of like lottery winnings from having her pick the lottery numbers and stuff. Like she is so lucky. Incredible. She has never entered something that she didn't win the prize. Like her job is she is a stockbroker because if she picks it, it's going to do well. Like, and she makes so much money for her clients and she does really well. In theory, I mean, they're telling you that this is the truth, but she still works in a cubicle with a bunch of other people, which I don't think would be legit if she was that good of a stockbroker, but whatever. And then the guy in this is played by Christ, and he is supremely unlucky, like the most unlucky person. They use the example all the time throughout the drama of if you like put jam on a slice of toast and dropped it, hers would always land jam side up and his would always land jam side down. Like, and just nothing goes right for him. He is the lead singer guitarist for a little band, and they've released music and put it out into the world and nothing. She's actually the only person who has listened to the song and given it a thumbs up. Like,
Natalia just made an all face.
That's really, Amanda, I'm going to be honest, you are selling this show to me personally right now.
So she, everything's all good. They wind up at a party together. That day, his manager, whatever, has basically tore up the contract and fired his band. They're like, we released your first song. It didn't do literally any numbers. 19 people have looked at it on YouTube in the last week. We're done. Like, I can't waste my time on you anymore. And basically he comes to this party. It's like a release party or something for somebody else in the company. And he says to his boss, like, give us a second chance. And the boss says, it's not your music. It's you. It's you personally. You have bad luck. And sometimes in this business, you need luck. Like, you need luck. And he's like, I have good luck. And he's like, okay, guess for me, the next person to walk through that door of this bar, man or woman. And he does it like 10 times in a row and gets it wrong every single time. Like, not once is he right. Right? And
that's statistically unlikely. Yeah.
Right? So this boss is like, see, it's you. I'm sorry, but it's you. Anyway, he's super drunk now. She's upset and drunk. They wind up having a really nice conversation about life and she's like, things will turn around. Nothing can be this dark for this ever, forever kind of thing. And they basically wind up having drunk sex that night. They have a one night stand. She wakes up and is like, this isn't me. She's super embarrassed that she had a one night stand. She sneaks out. Everything is going wrong for her now. She can't get a taxi.
Let me guess. Did they switch luck?
They did.
That tells me men never once.
So I was like, has she never had sex before? No. What it turns out, this is, and you find this all out in the first episode. She goes to a fortune teller. And the fortune teller runs her numbers and stuff and says, you lost your luck. Somebody stole your luck. You have to find that person to get your luck back. And she's like, okay, but I don't know who or right. And then she sees him on TV being interviewed because that night they got 500,000 views on their music, thing because some up-and-coming actress did a cover. She found their song and she sang a cover, and that made people go look them up. They become an overnight sensation. Yeah. And she sees an interview on TV and she's like, it was you. You stole my luck. So she does a whole thing where she goes back to the fortune teller. She says, I think it was this guy. The fortune teller runs that guy's numbers too. And she says, oh, so here's the thing. You two, your lives are intertwined always, every life. You guys are always reincarnated at the same time. And one of you is lucky and one of you is unlucky. And usually you wind up
real curse.
like killing the other person basically in their unluckiness.
Well,
like is that
yeah,
bad.
like probably not
Like,
on purpose, like oopsie doodles.
My
well,
bad.
no, and once they
Oh, on
it's like,
purpose?
oh yeah, like when she's unlucky in her life, he's beating her. She's his like wife, and he's beating her to death. She's like in one of their past lives, she's like a super high
less sold now. I don't know.
and she like he's a slave who had like dared to like touch her foot, and she sends him off to be beheaded or something. Like they had real bad, real. One of them
This
is
is
super
some messed
wealthy,
up karma
and
situation.
one of
Yeah.
them and it flips every life. It flips. Well, because they had sex, it just flipped in this life, and now she has the bad luck and he has the good luck, and so she's like, well, I got to get my luck back now.
So the solution is just get together and have a lot of intimate
Have a lot of
relations, and then you're
Just like
fine.
switch all the time. Just,
Right?
you know, like be like, okay, who needs luck today?
Right?
We're good.
Today's a big
Listen, I'm sensing. I don't see a problem here.
So
Game
make it
the
work.
system, friends.
she has to get him. He was so drunk, he doesn't remember her. He has a vague memory of her, but he doesn't. But he gives an interview saying that he met his soulmate at this party, but he can't
barely remembers it.
Cinderella situation. And he's like, but I'll remember her when I see her. So she goes and like, hi, it was me.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're a liar. Like basically he's like, you're like the 20th girl to say that to me today, right? Like every fangirl keeps coming up to me and going, oh yeah, it was me. Do you remember me?
It was me.
And he's like, no. So it's a whole thing. And obviously she winds up working for his company, like as like a manager for his band, and they slowly but surely are, you know, becoming friends, becoming more romantically involved. But it just, yeah, it's very cute. The actors are good actors in it. The bandmates are fun. And I mean, one of the things band-wise, there's only 3 guys in the band. And the other 2 guys both have crushes on her. But like, she's like, whatever, guys. I have to.
She's like, I'm focused on my goal right now.
On my luck. Like, I got to get my luck back. Because, like, her parents come back from a European vacation that she paid for with her lucky winnings or whatever. And, oh, yeah, the house has been foreclosed on or something. Like, we have to move out in the next 3 days. Like, what? Like, just
So
ridiculously bad
available?
stuff. YouTube on the GMM TV channel.
Oh,
free,
nice,
easy, legal.
Hell yeah, brother!
It's all there. It's all ready to watch. So it's very fun. I mean, you got to put up with the, 5 episodes, 4 or 5, 10-minute, 15-minute, whatever sections. But it gives you a chance to run off and go to the bathroom or get some snacks, like commercial breaks of the old days.
Or if you're like me, you just bring the tablet with you. You're like, all right, let's just continue.
Yeah. So how about you,
That
Natalia?
sounds really fun.
What do you?
Okay, this was my the 2 that I picked first are so obvious, but like they're quality. They both have good ratings from me, so I like them. And the first one I'm going with is a Japanese drama from 2022. It is available on Viki, and it is called Mr. Unlucky Has No Choice But to Kiss. And it is a BL comedy, and it is delightful. So it starts out with this poor college student, and he cursed. Like, how he's still alive, we don't know. It's something bad. Like, he brings extra clothes with him all the time because he's going to get splashed by a car. He's going to get paint dropped on him. He's going to, get something sprayed on him. Like if there is a child on a bike, it's gonna run into him. If if someone's gonna get their taxi stolen, it's gonna be him. Like nothing good ever happens to this poor man, and he's kind of over it. Like he's kind of not feeling it. He's like, this sucks. Meanwhile, he's in college and he's very friendly. Like he's trying his best. And he sees this guy. And this guy is handsome. Everyone loves him. All these good things happen to him all the time. And then he very quickly discovers that if he's in close proximity to this guy, their luck like equalizes. And they both just have normal luck. So he's like, I'm gonna be friends with this guy, because if I'm friends with this guy, I can at least like have a day where nothing happens. Like I don't need it to be good or bad. I just need it to be
not
neutral.
Be
I just need nothing. I just want nothing. So then he like approaches this guy and he's like, hey, like we should get together. Like as like, he's like, I just think you're so nice and you're so wonderful. Like we should be friends. This guy immediately misinterprets what is happening and is like, you want to date? Hell yeah, brother. I want to date you, and then smooches him. And he's like, whoa, what?
Nice.
But then going forward, he's like, okay, I've never considered dating a man before, but I'm not like totally against the idea because of the fact that if I'm dating this guy, I can live a neutral life. And then this guy, who's very lucky, also resents how lucky he is. Because very quickly you find out people have been using him for his lucky ways. And he's so nice that he's been like accepting it. But like he kind of resents that that's the only reason people like him. And then you see this guy who doesn't seem to actually care that he's lucky, but secretly really does care. And so then it moves forward with, this unlucky guy just inwardly struggling with, am I a bad person because I'm using this very nice man just so my life isn't terrible? And this show, it is 8 25-minute long episodes. It is not a long show. It's one of those like classic, like, please give me more, but they said, no, you've had enough. And it is so charming. It is such a charming little show. The two of them together are so cute. I believe it's on Viki, but I think it's also on Tubi. Like, I think, yeah. And like, it's a little over the top anime coded. You know what I mean? Where it's like, he's always, going a little but all, the things happening to him are so terrible, like are just so ridiculous. And like, he just wants to have a nice time. He just wants to have a normal, like he wants to be able to go out to eat and not get food poisoning. Like he wants to be able to walk down the street and not have a bus splash him with water. Like he just wants neutral. And it's so sweet. Like the show is very sweet. It's very chill. And I 100% recommend it. Like I can't think of anyone besides homophobes who wouldn't get a little chuckle out of this one. Like it's very cute. And it is on Tubi. I did just check. So you can watch it for free. You don't need a subscription. It's on Tubi, my friends. And it got a 9 out of 10 for me. That's how much I like it, which is a very high rating for me because I usually rate things like 7.5 on average. So like this is a thumbs up from old Natalia. It is fantastic and very cute and a very quick watch. So like it's fun. It's a fun show.
Fun is good.
So yeah, and it is very solidly about, it's sort of like the opposite of Amanda's, right? Where it's like, it's vaguely the same idea, but like everyone's happy about what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, like they're just having a nice time together. Alrighties, Sky, I know you've got something. What do you got? What do you got?
I do want to say in passing that there was a different show that we talked about a handful of episodes ago that I think I got gifted or recommend. Like we were doing one of our,
Yeah,
it was kind of about luck, but it was kind of like thoughts. When we were talking about that, I was like, ooh, that was really, I talked about that then. It was recent, so we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about one that I've spoken about before, but it's been a long time, so I'm going to, also, it's been quite a while since I watched it, so sorry in advance. But I really do like it. I've watched it twice, so there's that. Murphy's Law of Love. It is a Taiwanese drama from 2015, back in the day. It is on Viki. I just checked. I originally watched it on Netflix. I think MDL is still saying it's on Netflix. I probably have doubts.
It might be
actually
somewhere.
Still is. So I'm clicking on that right now. But I mean, it's kind of obviously in the title. I will say this show is really not about luck that much. It's simply that the sorry. Yeah,
okay.
It used to be on Netflix. It says remind me. So maybe it'll come back, something, whatever.
Classic.
Yeah. But essentially, the way it's about, they say it's about luck kind of at the very beginning. It's just the whole setup of she thinks she was born under a curse. She has some unlucky things that kind of, it's the very light, quote unquote, unlucky, like the way they run into, the two main leads run into each other is like she gets splashed with, she's about to get splashed with water and he's right there with an umbrella and like doesn't help her because he's a jerk. So like that's the type of unlucky we're discussing. But so this, I'll explain here in a second. So it's really, they say curse, like she brings up the curse sometimes, but it is not it's not really a mechanic within the show, even though like that's kind of the way she views life a little bit. But they really don't even talk about it every episode. It's not a big thing. But I want to talk about it anyway. So essentially, she works at a matchmaking agency, and it's just very high pressure stuff. And then he works at a divorce agency, because of course he does. And so she even gives talks on like, how to find somebody and whatever. Of course, she doesn't have somebody. So then that's kind of a issue. But then they do joint like matchmaking, like remarriage type thought between the two agencies. And so like they start having business stuff together. So that's how they kind of start causing paths more. It is very, when I say enemies to lovers, it's not like revenge enemies to lovers, but it's very, mostly he's a jerk. It's very classic. It's 2015. We must remember when this was made.
Yeah.
But I mean, I will say this was one of the first dramas I watched. It was on Netflix at the time. It was like the first or second drama I watched. And so that's why I've rewatched it a few years back to see if it held up or if it was just the shiny new, hey, Asian dramas are neat type aura. I watched it and it actually really held up. So like, I'm not
nice.
I find it really fun if you're looking for kind of the classic tropes of enemies to lovers type stuff and very kind of tortured past type thing, the whole deal. When I say he's a jerk, he's not Secret Garden level jerky. He's actually like redeemable jerk.
He's just kind of unpleasant for a while.
More like unpleasant, and he just glares a lot. That's really what we mostly
sour.
Well, even if you look at this guy, Danson Tong, he's glaring in his MDL.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and he does look pretty severe in his profile shot.
Thing, back in the day, it was like, I have slightly emo hair and I'm glaring. So like that was the draw in 2015, because of course it was. But it's a lovely show. Like as far as if you're wanting she's very competent. Like she knows what she's talking about. They of course end up balancing each other out like those types of characters typically do. I feel like I think he has a little dog of some sort, it's pretty cheery. Like it's kind of true to the very yellow poster. It's kind of silly, but
Oh, he has a little Shibu Inu.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some pictures of him.
He's always like talking. Eventually, when he's like trying to figure out how to win her over and stuff later on, he's always talking to his dog about it. Like, I don't know what to do.
As we all do.
He has to glare and think about that, So anyway, but because of the title and because of even like later on, when of course in a typical romantic drama, of course something's going to go awry to like, kind of split them up or, get them on the rocks a bit and stuff. And so that's like the curse coming to get her, quote unquote. This is just life, girlfriend. It's not, there's no curse.
Bad things just happen.
But so like on paper, there's a curse. There's not a mechanic of the thing, but it's still fun. So I still do recommend it. I doubt that many people have watched it. So like, I really, really do recommend it. Like I said, I would watch it again because it is very light, stereotypical fun. Turn your brain off. It's really not that hard to follow. Yeah, and have a good time. And then like the second lead guy, he's a chef. So if you even want some like bonus like food stuff, like you get some food stuff too. So dog
nice.
Food stuff.
Say less.
Fun.
Not dog food stuff though.
Dog slash food dog food stuff.
And because you have the two agencies, it's their coworkers or their friends. So like yeah, he's kind of a jerk, but he's a jerk with friends, which helps. That grounds somebody.
He's a jerk to women. He's just a jerk to everyone.
No. I mean, he's not like a lone wolf jerk. Yeah. Like his friends are like, you need to be.
His friends are like, hey, you're kind of being a jerk.
Yeah, like you need to like chill, dude. So I'm just saying that typically helps those types of characters when they have friends that are trying to be like
a friend. You just need a friend.
So recommend it. How about you, Amanda? What's your second one?
I'm gonna go in a completely sort of different direction. I think I had a couple of other ones, but like when I think about them, I watched them so long ago and I don't really remember enough about them to like say, yeah, you should watch this. But I'm going to talk about the 2017 KDrama Fight for My Way. Right? Fight for My Way. Because it's not exactly about luck, but sort of about how you have to take your chances. You have to make your own luck. So our main characters are two people who had big dreams that just never were able to make their dreams come true. So they're living rough lives and like in jobs they hate. And like he was a competitive Taekwondo athlete until he injured himself. And, in an unlucky situation, he injured himself and that took away all of his dreams. It took away his future and everything has been kind of downhill since then. His best friend is a girl who wanted to be not like an actress, but like an announcer, kind of weather girl, TV, newscaster kind of situation. And again, she never quite makes the cut. Every time she goes for an interview or an audition, there's somebody who's just a little bit better. There's somebody who has connections. There's, something. So she's just working in a department store at the like help desk or whatever. And they have a couple of friends who also, are living their lives, doing their desk jobs and whatever. And it's really just a really neat story about how you can make your own luck. You can find a way to fight for your own way and path and create your own path in life. And it's such a great show. Like the acting in it is really good. The romance is really sweet. It's a very enjoyable, like basically he discovers like mixed martial arts and is like, okay, I can't do Taekwondo anymore because of this injury, but maybe I can learn to fight in a different way and still be an athlete and still make something of my life. It's more about making your own luck and playing with the cards you're dealt and learning how to, maybe play a new game. If what you've got is not a good poker hand, then don't play poker, play rummy. Just figure something else out. Don't just sit in a lump and be like, well, my dream didn't come true, so I guess this is it. I'm working this.
I guess I can't do anything.
Right? It's okay. Your
it's over for me.
Make a new dream and go out and make that happen for yourself. And with the, power of friendship, friends who support you to give you that boost you need to get out there in life and make your own way. So, yeah.
And where is that one these days?
It's on Cocoa these days, I do believe.
Yeah, I think I watched it back in the day. I don't remember.
It's on Cocoa. I just checked.
Available in many places, but
I feel like I watched it on Netflix at some point, but it is not on Netflix anymore. It is on Cocoa. You can find it there.
There you go.
I got another pretty obvious pick for this next one. If you want my unobvious pick, you'll have to go join our Patreon because we're going to be doing a little mini episode with our third picks over there. But anyway, in 2022, a little drama came out that starred So Hyun and Na In Woo, and it was called Jinxed at First.
Oh, yeah.
And basically the plot was it followed this girl, mostly this girl, but for some reason the synopsis really focuses in on the guy who is very unlucky, but he wasn't always unlucky. He became unlucky after he met this strange woman who appeared to be having a pretty shitty time. And he now is a fishmonger, and everyone in his little traditional market street is like, oh, avoid that guy. He's so unlucky. Nothing good ever happens to that guy. And you guys kind of feel bad for him because he's a nice guy, but then you find out about this girl who's really the important part of the story, where she comes from a line of psychics who can see people's futures and have been imprisoned by this rich family to see their future so they can decide every sort of change their luck themselves to consolidate power and stuff. And so her mother was also this, and now she's been captured by the same guy who captured her mother, and it drives them insane. And so he keeps them in sort of a gilded cage type,
Yikes.
really nice apartment stuff. But she doesn't know anything about the outside world because she has never gone anywhere except for one time when she escaped and was saved briefly by, wouldn't you know it, the guy who's now a fishmonger, whose luck until he met her was perfectly normal. And ever since then has been going bad. So she's sort of like a witchy good luck charm who can kind of see the future and change things for people. And then, so the guy, the evil capitalist who has been keeping her mom captured, basically is bringing his son in on the secret. Okay. And it's son, I would like you to meet the secret of our success. She's going to be your good luck charm. But unfortunately for this dad, the son isn't a total piece of shit. So the son sort of just lets her escape. And she's I'm going to go find the guy who helped me 7 years ago. And so, but she knows nothing of the world. So she just ends up in this little market area where she then begins to befriend everyone and change this guy's fate and help people, even though he's why No. Go away. No, okay. I did genuinely really enjoy this show. I have a caveat about this show. I genuinely did enjoy it. However, the last episode did something so bullshit that it actually made me so angry, but not angry enough to not enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay.
But like, I just thought the ending was written badly, in my personal opinion.
Did the ending like take down the score for you? The rating?
No, not so much. I still gave it like a pretty high rating, but like the ending, basically you could tell that the writer was probably pressured by the studios to have a super happy ending when the story would have much better merited less of one.
Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so keep that in mind if you go to pick this up. It is on Viki, and it is very enjoyable. Sohan is so cute. There's like a little dog she befriends at one point. Like, she's so sweet and she has such good energy, and like she's just styled so cutely. And Nine Woo is like trying his best. Like, his character is just trying his best not to fall for this, absolute sweetheart. And he's not Woo. Like,
I mean, come on.
I don't know. And then it's like the there's always, like the third prong on the love triangle of like the rich kid. It was played by the guy who wore the face mask in Arthal.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Who hasn't done anything since Arthal? So
like, we were like, we need to be and stuff.
Bring him back. We liked him. And he's just, the dad is super evil. Like, it has like a fun cast of like wacky characters at this like traditional market situation. Like, it's just a good vibe all around.
Nice.
And also she's a witch, and that's fun. Like, she's a luck witch who's just like, who doesn't know anything about anything, but is just so kind that you're just like, yeah, she wears cute little outfit. Like, I really enjoyed it. A lot of people had a lot of big feelings about this show. A lot of people hated it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be straight up. It has one of the reviews is, this is the worst show I've watched in a long time. I don't think that. I think you've maybe not been
watching much,
watching that many, because like this was hardly. But if this is the sort of thing that you like, you're going to like this. But just keep in mind that last episode, it didn't piss me off as bad as Scent of Time did, which is a C-drama that wins in Natalia's books for worst ending ever devised on a show. But like, I did get a little annoyed, shall we say, by the end of this show. But I did really genuinely enjoy it, and I think a lot of people would also enjoy it. And it is very topical to this genre. Mm-hmm. So that's why I picked it, and it's on Viki, so you can easily watch it should you desire. And Sky, let's hope this will have been edited out of the episode, but Sky had a few technological situations, so we're going to hope that she remains while she tells us her final choice. What was your second choice here?
So I will say mine is the most tenuous of like luck thing, because I want to be difficult.
Because you want to be interesting.
I want to be interesting. So, Memories of the Alhambra.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? I feel like this is very, very sort of similar to why I picked the one that's going to be mine in the
probably.
In the
so, Memories of the Alhambra. I will say, just out of the gate, it is a divisive show. There are some people that despise this show for whatever reason. Well,
I thought it was great.
And so the one thing I will preface about this show, just like Natalia prefaced about like the ending of hers, what I'll preface about this show is, as far as the female lead character, mm-hmm. the way she's written, they should have given her far more to do.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying that this show does not deserve critique. It does. Yeah. Okay. But So that aside, like I'm not saying like, yay, this is a good gender balance situation. It is very like they should have given a very good actress much more of a character to do things with. But so that aside, it's from 2019 it started December 2018. So take with that how you will as far as timing.
Right.
It should be on Netflix still. Now that's making me kind of scared now that I say that. So now I'm clicking to make sure it still is. Come on, computer.
It should be, because like wasn't it?
You would
like
think.
Netflix.
I feel like it was a Netflix.
I feel like
yeah, it's still there.
Okay, I was
still there.
Trying to think. So, as far as why I'm bringing up this show, I had a blast with Memories of the Alhambra. Like, it probably was just kind of one of those like moment in time things. It's like a drama hadn't done that before, and honestly, I still kind of maintain that there has not been a drama since that does it quite like that. But I'd want to say it's at least one of the first few that was. So as far as what it was doing, so let me explain. First of all, we were in Spain, so that was like pretty. So that was fun. But then we were virtual reality gaming, like the game became real life type stuff. And it wasn't like, oh, just a couple times in the show. Like it was the mechanic of the show. Like that was the driving plot of what we were doing. So I just thought it was very unique because you had no idea where this thing was going. Like it was not following any rule book that we have seen. And so that's why I had a blast with it, because it was like, what will they do next? I don't know. Other than the thing that I'm going to, as far as like why I'm relating it to luck, you eventually figure out the main lead dude, he's having a bad time. Like the whole, well, I don't know about like right off the bat, but like he eventually continues to have the worst. And so I'm going to call it luck because he just has a bad time. Like his character just continues to suffer is what happens.
Yeah,
it's true. Things start out so well for him and then quickly plunge.
Yeah.
And then you'll think, oh, he kind of got a foothold or he kind of has a grasp on how to spin it. And mostly you're like, I just hope everybody doesn't end up annihilated is what we're hoping at some point. Because the game kind of just gets out of control and it's very like wide. It feels like a very cursed game is what ends up happening. But, and to be clear, he was one of the, like, his company is the one that helped like purvey this game. So it's a thing. So he has big buy-in to it too. I just really recommend it. I recommend it for people who definitely like have come to dramas since 2019. I think it's a really good one to at least go back and see
what they were
even
up
if
to
you
in
don't like watch the whole thing. Cause like, I'm sure people that don't care about games or whatever, they're going to be like, this is super boring. Like, I understand how this is not for everybody, but I thought it was kind of once they ratcheted up the intensity of like the game and kind of the stakes and everything, we stayed there. Like we did not have a lot of like chill moments. It was very like, well, we're going to rest for a second and then we're going to go back out there and maybe die. Like that's very what we're doing quite often. So how it's related to luck, he just has bad luck with this game. He just does. Like, and he's a smart guy and he has obviously like he's a rich dude. He has resources. Like he has a team trying to help him, smart people trying to help him figure this out. But kind of you're dealing with a cursed game, my friend. You're not having a lot of fun. So, but it's fun to watch him suffer. Like he's doing a really good job suffering.
He was. He looked beautiful while suffering.
He was just always. He was always very bloody and dirty and very not happy. Like that's what we were.
And it's like, listen, the way it should be. The way it should be. Let's be real.
It was he. You know, the character was a little too big for his britches in the beginning, and then we quickly humble him the entire rest of the show.
No, he get humble.
And we don't get a lot of like sci-fi of that level in K-dramas.
Right.
Usually, right? So it's nice.
It's sort of like a fantasy sci-fi blend.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And I will say if you're the type of person that needs to like understand like how it's happening, maybe not maybe not the show. It's very like turn your brain off. We are doing an intense game that's killing people. Like that is the mechanic of the show. But I mean, it is one of those that I've always thought like I need to pick it back up again someday just to like because it was really fun to watch as it was airing because like I said, you know, a lot of rom-com, this is not a rom-com to be clear, but there's a lot of types of shows, definitely certain genres. You can be like, I kind of know what we're doing or what part of the playbook are we using now? This one threw the playbook out the window. They're like, you're going to see if anyone even lives. And so it's like, okay, that's what we're doing. But I think a lot of people would appreciate it if you like virtual game type shows. And I know that there are a lot more of those now, but back in 2019, and I'm not saying that there might have been some Chinese ones at the time, like there might have been some others in other countries more, but it felt like Korean side, there wasn't as many, again.
Yeah.
Most of the show, he was in this virtual game. But also I want to specifically describe the game. He's in the game, but he has to run around in real life doing these tasks.
So like
it's an augmented reality
Pokemon Go. Like you're out there in the world. Yeah. But so also not.
It's not like he's locked in a room just doing this, hurting himself.
Yeah.
He is.
No, he's out in public.
He is out in public having a bad time. Like that is.
So people are witnessing him looking insane, which is part of the fun of the
like
show.
He's sitting there in like the middle of this very picturesque Spanish old school square thing, and there's people like at the cafe watching him
roll around, like
fighting something invisible. Like they're like he's having
he's fighting his demons. Okay, we're just gonna let him be.
So that. I had a really good time with it, but like, could it have been better? Sure. We should have given Park Shin-hye much better. Her character deserved better, but like,
it is what it is.
So, but he is rather unlucky. Was my point. And kind of, I don't think the game had a lot of luck mechanics to it, but it was just kind of like it did feel pretty cursed, like monkey's paw type thing, kind of. So that was our luck episode.
This was our luck. So hopefully you are all having a nice St. Patrick's Day, and we're looking for some, and with your luck, to find these lucky suggestions. Actually, most of them were pretty unlucky, not going to lie. And if you are a member of the Found Family, later this week, there will be probably on Thursday, I'm going to be honest, it's usually when I upload the stuff that we make for Patreon, there will be a little seconds episode where we bring you a third option. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So if you're interested in that and want to support this podcast, you can go to patreon.com/certified Noonas and join the Found Family. And if you're listening to this in audio, you can find us in video on YouTube. And if you're looking at this on video, hello. You can find us in audio on pretty much anywhere podcasts are. Also, please like and subscribe. You know the deal. And if you want links to all the shows that we talked about and time codes and stuff, you can go to our website, certifiednoonas.com, where you can also listen and watch all the episodes. 7 years of episodes. If you're new, we've been doing this for 7 years. So, like, mostly in audio form. The videos are relatively newer situation. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week and this time we're not rescheduling what it is next week, because I know some of us have done a lot of work already. We're coming in with another spoiler episode for a pretty long show that just finished airing. So if you like those episodes, please come back next week for that. And we hope you have a fantastic week. As always, wash your hands, wear a mask, keep yourself safe out there, and enjoy Asian entertainment. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.